100 strong, 100 strong. What's that word? Family. Amen. Check it out. All right. So, one thing about this show, I pride myself on this. I pride myself on saying to myself, Lo, what you do is important to the community because you bring stories that might be overlooked by some or might be overlooked by many, right? So that's what we finna do with this show right here, man. We about to bring y'all some news stories and other interesting stories that you might not necessarily come across, right? But I came across it and it came across my desk. And I said, let me bring this to my listening audience, right? So I want y'all to definitely hit the comment section and let me know how y'all feel about these stories. Because not everybody is going to bring you this news and this information that the homeboy Low from the Go bring you. All right, so we're going to start this on over. What we have here is a teacher dragging a black student across the floor. But the thing about this teacher is this teacher happens to be Caucasian, right? So let me make sure that everything is okay on my side. It sure do look good. All right, so this a student was drugged across the floor by a Caucasian teacher. All right, let me start off by saying this. White people, please keep your hands to yourself. We don't want you to touch us. All this could have been avoided if you would have just sat back and let that child lay on that goddamn floor. Well, let's check it out.
7-year-old daughter, Nova, being dragged on the floor by a Milwaukee Public Schools substitute teacher. It happened at River Trail School on Milwaukee's northwest side.
I couldn't believe it.
Nova's mother, Tatiana, says she saw the video for the first time last week, despite the incident happening back in November. That's why she says she contacted me.
How else am I going to be heard?
You don't feel like they're doing enough?
They're not doing their job at all.
It all started on the playground. It's hard to see because the video is blurred, but you can see the teacher grab Nova out of line. Nova then hits the teacher and they disappear inside. The next video, which was given to Tatiana by MPS, shows Nova being dragged on the floor of the school.
I just feel like this is something that's truly trying to be swept under the rug.
A police report of the incident states Nova threw a ball on the ground, which allegedly hit the teacher. The teacher then grabs her arm, pulls her inside, and drags Nova through the school by her arm. The report states the teacher was a substitute hired by a third-party agency, which MPS confirmed is Goodwill Talent Bridge. The detective says he's tried contacting Talent Bridge to identify the teacher, but never got a response. That was back in December. Last week, Tatiana says she spoke with the detective again.
He informed me that Goodwill Talent Bridge has still not gotten back with him to confirm the identity of the person.
MPS confirmed that teacher's last day of employment was the day of this shocking video.
She know that she's not supposed to be dragging somebody else's kid.
I won't stop advocating for my daughter.
And this is video of her 7-year-old daughter, Nova, being...
All right, man. It's a couple of things right here to digest, man. First off, that kid is bad as fuck. You don't hit your elders. So I kind of understand the frustration of the teacher. But I do have to say this. You're just a teacher. If a child hits you, it's not your job to bring that child to justice. I'm pretty sure she wasn't just dragging her. I'm pretty sure she was squeezing her motherfucking arm and doing other things to this young girl. But like I said, man, I get it. Kids shouldn't do that type of stuff. You should teach your kids home training. That's why I be advocating for black families to do homeschooling. You can see how bad your kids are at home, and you can enforce corporal punishment. Now, this little girl right here could be traumatized by the situation. I doubt it. She's going to see much more in her black life that's going to, fuck with her mind state. And the good thing is they immediately got rid of the teacher. How stupid of you, being a substitute teacher, to think that you could do that. And another thing that I might be advocating for is if you work in a school and it's a certain percent of black students, Latin students, white students, that same percentage should be reflected in the teachers. Now, I'm not saying a black teacher wouldn't have drug her little ass across the floor for hitting them, but a black teacher, it'll look better. in the eyes, in the optics of America. It'll look better, you know, because it looks bad. When I saw this, I was like, what the fuck? A white teacher drags a black student on the floor. I thought the student didn't do nothing. I thought the student was just getting drugged. But now watching this video, seeing that this student hit the teacher, I feel for the teacher. But that still wasn't the right thing to do. You should have went to the principal's office and said, hey, the student just hit me. What can we do? Get her mom up here. Let the student play around. Let her mom come up there and kick her ass, because black women ain't got no problem with going to schools and putting hands on their goddamn kids, right? We all know that to be factual. So the teacher is definitely in the wrong. She should have been fired. Now she got time to sit at home and think about the mistake that she made. But this isn't what I thought it was. I thought it was just an innocent black child. Not to find out that this child was actually hitting the teacher. It's crazy. All right, let me give y'all a story. Back when I was in grade school or whatever, it was this librarian. She used to always mess with me. So I didn't like her. I saw her outside, man, and I had a softball in my hand. I threw that softball at that teacher, but I threw the softball so that it can go past her. It went past her. It didn't hit her. She picked the softball up, went in the building. Next thing I know, the police pulled up and said, you need to come back into the school. Now, I was scared as fuck as a young child that happened to me, but I was wrong, man. And then now I want to apologize. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. But I'm just glad I didn't hit the teacher with it. I had enough sense not to hit that damn teacher with that, man. So tell me how y'all feel about this in the comment section, man. Who was right? Who was wrong? What should have happened? Just let me know how y'all feel about this story right here. It's crazy, man. You got to deal with these type of situations in school. But Donald Trump did institute into law that teachers can begin spanking students. I don't know how that's going to work, because it's going to be a lot of backlash and a lot of teachers getting their ass whooped for putting their hands on certain individuals' kids. All right. What we got next, man? All right. So I'm going to pull this one up. This story right here, it kind of hit me a little bit. And it says, as you can see, it says, Black mother murdered by 6 illegal immigrants, right? 6 illegal fucking immigrants, people that shouldn't be in the country, right? I want to hear this story. So let me go ahead and bring it back real quick, because I want to hear this.
Tonight, 6 people, including teenagers, they're facing charges after a local mother was shot in her car. 40-year-old Larisha Thompson was shot and killed in her car off Riverside Road in Lancaster. The sheriff's office says the people arrested are tied to another crime as well. And because of their immigration status, they also now face deportation. WCNC Charlotte's Jesse Pierre is in Lancaster with the latest developments.
Larisha Thompson's life ended in tragedy, gunned down while she was driving down the road. Tonight, 6 people between the ages of 13 and 21 years old facing murder charges in this case.
People like this have no place in our society, and we will do everything in our power to make sure the full weight of the law is brought down on these 6 individuals.
6 people, including 4 teenagers, are behind bars facing multiple charges. The Lancaster County Sheriff's Office says, first, the group tried and failed to break into a convenience store, damaging a bathroom door and shooting up the security cam. Days later, they say that group shot and killed 40-year-old Larisha Thompson.
Somebody lost their mom, their sister, aunt, mother. Just a tragedy. This person is out doing the same thing you and I do, just driving down the road, minding their own business.
The sheriff says Thompson was driving down Riverside Road on her way to meet friends when the group tried to rob her. He says 21-year-old Azael Torres Chirinos is the one who pulled the trigger, hitting Thompson, leaving her for dead in her car. Officials say none of the suspects are in the country legally and should not have had the gun.
They took the life of an innocent young lady, didn't have the right to be here, much less commit these crimes here.
Detainers have been placed on all 6. So if any of them were to become eligible for release, they would be taken into ICE custody. In Lancaster, Jesse Pierre, WCNC Charlotte.
I hope they take them little 13-year-olds, you know what I'm saying? Take their ass back, bro. Are these the hard-working immigrants that you guys are advocating for? For real. You know, This touches our backyard right here. This is a black mother, man. Beautiful young lady. They tried to rob, right? And I like the way that sheriff said that shit, man. We do not need these characters in our communities, man. Yeah, this is America. This is America right now. This is what we face with. And the more illegals come over, the more crimes they will commit, man. Get rid of all of them and go and check the statuses of their parents, because their parents got to come to the courthouse and pick them up or go to their court hearings or whatever. But these guys killed this black woman, man. And I don't see Black Lives Matter out there in the streets, you know what I'm saying, calling for deportations of these criminals, man. Yeah, they all should be deported. I don't care if they spend a day in jail, man. Deport their ass, man. Deport them. Well, maybe let them spend some time in jail. Yeah. Give them 5 years in jail and then deport their ass, right? It's all the same, right? But this is what we got to face in our communities, right? They throw these illegals into the black community. These the ones we getting. Now, I know I've been seeing a lot of videos online of regular Joe illegal migrants getting detained by ICE. But this is what they having. They having these little motherfuckers, man, Americanized. They walking around with blicks, 30s, blah. You know what I'm saying? Took the life of this innocent young woman. Tell me in the comment section, y'all. Tell me how y'all feel about this. Do you feel that these people should just get deported, or do you think they should do time in jail? You got to remember, there's some teenagers here, 13-year-olds, you know. They're not going, they probably got out today. They probably got out the next morning. Shit. You know what I'm saying? You know how American laws are, catch and release laws. So those people are probably free to do it again. And because they kids, guess what? They probably don't know the difference. They don't know. So I feel sorry for this woman. Condolences to this black woman who was killed by these very young illegal immigrants, man. Yeah. Go to their house, lock up their parents as well. That's what we got to do, man. The parents got to go too. All right, so let's see what else is going on, man. All right, so the Tulsa announces $105 million in reparations because of the 1921 race massacre that happened, man. This is a story of them destroying Black Wall Street. All right, it sounds good. It sounds good. But what the hell is $105 million? You know what I'm saying? What is $105 million? How many black people live in Tulsa right now? And what is the money for? That's what I want to know. It sounds like a good idea that won't get passed. This guy, you know, he's a politician, right? So it says the city of Tulsa has unveiled a $105 million reparation package to address the lasting impacts of the 1921 Tulsa race massacre. The funds will support affordable housing. Wait a minute. See, there you go. How's that reparation? How is that reparations, man? These niggas, these Democratic niggas, man. How is that reparations for people being murdered? How about the funds go to the family of the people who was murdered? You know what I'm saying? And $105 million ain't enough. It's not enough, man. 500 million, now we may be talking, right? But this is how far the Democrats will go. This is how far they'll go to try to get the votes, man. This ain't nothing but race baiting right here by this Negro right here, man, with the smile on his face. He look crooked as fuck, man. They'll say, to housing, bro, we got housing laws. You can't discriminate against white people. This ain't nothing but another DEI program right here. You cannot discriminate against white people when it comes down to housing. So this is another DEI program that just because you throw a black name on it, you say it's the Tulsa reparations to get people saying, yeah. But why is this not going to schools? Let's rebuild what they had in Tulsa, right? Let's make black schools that's all trades. Fuck the history of the U.S. I don't care about the history of the U.S. I don't want to know the history of the U.S. I want to know the future. And the future is Black people working, Black people learning skills. You know what I'm saying? That's the goddamn future. So this guy right here, he ain't doing shit, bro. That's no money for us. Bro says slam the hell out of their ass. He talking about the last video with the illegal migrants killing that Black woman. It shouldn't take a Black woman to get killed for us to say this illegal migration shit ain't right for Black America, man, because they're moving into our neighborhoods. So guess what? When you know that people who commit crimes of opportunities, right? And proximity of where they are. When you realize that people do that, what do y'all think gonna happen to the Black community, man? Y'all throwing them in our communities. What do you think gonna happen to the Black community, man? Keep it 1,000, bro. All right, see, that's the bills. Yeah. It is, bro. It is definitely. Thank everybody for hitting us with them comments, man. All right, so you have no kids in school because one put their hands on mine or even my grandkids. It's going down. All right. It's going down if they put their hands on your kids or your grandkids. You know, that's good, man. Yeah, that's definitely good right there. And that's the thing right there. That's the thing. Donald Trump will not be able to implement corporal punishments in schools because we haven't got our ass whooped in years. I can remember as a kid getting my ass whooped by teachers. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, that story that I told y'all about the librarian, yeah, I think I got spanked by that bitch. That's why I threw that ball at her head when I was standing outside. But that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. I didn't have the right to do that. I was a badass little kid. Looking back, I say, why did I do that to that little ass lady, man? I could have hurt her. All right. Teachers aren't here to discipline your kids. They're here to teach your children. Exactly. That's why I said that. That's why I said the mom, the teacher, if she was smart, well, now she's hella dumb. And these are the people that's teaching our kids. She's hella dumb for even doing anything to that young Black girl, right? She's dumb. She should have said, you know what? I'm gonna call her mom, show her the video of her hitting me. But now it looks worse because your dumb ass then went in there and drugged the damn girl all across the school. All across the school, you didn't just drug this girl, man. All right, so back to this Tulsa 105 million reparations, right? Going to affordable housing. That sounds like the projects, man. Fuck affordable housing. How about those funds going to things that'll help us get up out of our situation? Like, oh, he also said scholarships, small business grants, a lot of, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right. So it could go to a lot of stuff, but the affordable housing, that's what got me right there. The affordable housing, fuck affordable housing, man, because that's for everybody. What are you doing for us in particular? It's going to be hella illegal migrants living in those affordable houses. You know what I'm saying? So don't get fooled by this, Black people. Don't get fooled. This is a ploy by the Democratic plantation to get your vote. You know what I'm saying? This man, that's exactly what it is, man. Give the money to the fucking families. They lost people. If you lost somebody, you get money. You know what I'm saying? Period. We can do that now today. If somebody died, you can sue the person that killed them now today. So why not just give it to the family? That's the only way it can be considered reparations in my eyesight. And you also have to build trade schools in our communities. That's what I want to see. I want to see trade schools, man. What y'all think about this one, man? Is this guy right? Do we have a point? Should we? Look at this and say, oh, yeah. But look, I'm sick and tired of these politics lying to us, man. He know this shit ain't gonna pass. It's all smoke and mirrors, man. Yeah, that shit is all smoke and mirrors. So fuck that shit. All right, man. Lil Durk, his daddy, man. I love his dad, man. He was one of my OGs growing up. I used to see him in the streets all the time. I looked up to him. He's a real good guy, man. He went to and did his time, reinvented himself, and now he's leading young folk to the Muslim faith, which is a man-dominated religion in America. It's a Black man-dominated religion in America. The Muslims, man, that's crazy. the you know, the Catholics then let the Muslims take the minds of black men, right? And that's what's going on. Because the church, seen by black man, is too feminine. You know, it represents LGBTQ to a lot of black men, not all. And when you look at the Bible, it's not supposed to represent that, right? So let's check out Durk's daddy. Let's see what he had to say about Durk's bond. You know, I'm like I said, I'm
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I just left the courtroom for the bond hearing for my son for the least for the third time. This time it was very fair. The judge was very fair. He wasn't pro-prosecutor. He wasn't pro-defense, but he was pro-justice. So he listened to all the evidence, and he's going to give a ruling in the next few days about what his position is for the bond. But we were very pleased at how it turned out. So continue, family, friends, and fans, continue to keep us in your prayers, and we thank you. And inshallah, God willing, this be victorious for us, that we have a good ruling in our favor.
okay, man. What do y'all get from that? I gotta say this. I can't lie. I gotta say this. But let me pull this brother up real quick. What you said? Bam, 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 bam. I feel you, bro, wanting to see about the future. Must understand that in many cases, to not know real true history can allow you to be stagnant and moving forward for the future. Yeah, I feel you, bro. I feel you. And I don't want to come off like that. But hey, I gotta speak how I speak. But to this Lil Durk situation, I don't know how true it is. I don't know how true it is that Lil Durk had any involvement in the murder of the people that he's been accused of murdering. But what I can say, if Lil Durk is responsible for the death of these people, if he is responsible for the death of these people and he got his ass caught up, guess what? I'm not finna cry crocodile tears for Lil Durk. I'm not. I'm not crying for millionaires, y'all. Nigga, you had a chance to change your life and you stayed in that bullshit. Chief Keef, prime example. He actually changed his life. But guys like Durk who stayed in Chicago, and for you to get connected into some shit like this, it's crazy from what you came from, bro. How could you be connected to this, bro? I don't know, man. If they found him guilty, then I don't think he should be in there forever. But he should learn his lesson that all he worked for, the image that he put out towards the end, it was all for nothing. It was all because of him that he's in jail. If it's true what he did, I don't know. But it's time for us to get parasites out of our neighborhoods and communities, bro. For sure, man. Yep. Thanks, bro. Thanks, Mike. It's time for us to get these parasites out of our community, man. It's a new day and age. You can't get away with crimes, bro. You can't get away with them. Too much technology out here, and you're a black man. So I feel sorry that Durk tried to change his life too late. He tried to change his life too late. But I'm going to go back to what I always say. If he would have let Duck live, I don't think Durk would be arrested. I don't think Durk would be facing life in prison, man. He should have let Duck live, man. Whew, man. I feel sorry for the pops, man, because that's his son. He gonna always have to, Jeffrey Dahmer parents stood by him. So, Lil Durk dead, of course he's gonna stand by him. Ain't nothing gonna turn him away from his son. And it's crazy, all right? So bam, 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 bam. All right, we got some crazy shit to talk about. 50 Cent, man. 50 Cent, he's trolling. 50 Cent said he about to tell Donald Trump what Puffy said about him. Puffy probably said some shit about him because Trump's new situation or whatever. Puffy might have said some shit about him that he don't like Trump because everybody jumped off the Trump bandwagon and jumped on Trump is racist. In reality, I believe he's trying to protect jobs in America. And once you get in your mind, hey, if he do it to them, he'll do it to us. Is we next? No, bro, we can't be next. We are the original Americans. Black Americans are the original Americans, man. All right, so 50 Cent, he posted this. He said, Donald doesn't take well to disrespect and doesn't forget who chooses to go against him while working tirelessly to make America great again. There is no room for distraction. He would consider pottering, giving Puff a pardon. I can't say that shit. Y'all know Low from the Go can't speak. My old country ass. All right, so anyone who has been mistreated, not Puff Daddy, right? All right, so 50 Cent, man. Is this snitching? You know what I'm saying? What is this, man? 50 Cent is begging Donald Trump not to pardon Puff Daddy because he's a bad guy. 50 Cent, he already went out on the internet and told us all how Puffy is a bad guy. He said he sent them a video and he said, man, do you love her? Is this your girl? You sent me this video of this chick. Is this your girl? He said, yeah, man, that's my girl. I love her. Whoa. 50 Cent just don't like Puff Daddy. He's the biggest troll in hip hop right now. Well, for all time. You know what I'm saying? As long as trolling been adopted into society, 50 Cent has been a goddamn troll, man. So what y'all think about 50 telling Donald Trump not to pardon Puff Daddy, man? Tell me how y'all feel about that one, bro. You know, is he snitching? Should he feel bad for the black man because Puffy's a black man? You know, I don't know. But y'all tell me that in the comment section. All right, so right here, Memo600, man. Memo600 been coming under a lot of fire because Memo got on the interview and he dissed Lil Durk, and Lil Durk's locked up. He also dissed Duke from O Block because Duke is dead now. People are like, why are you dissing the dead? Especially the dead that's supposed to be your brothers. Little do a lot of people know, Duke allegedly shot Memo600 at a dice game, right? So Memo like, fuck that nigga, right? And I agree with Memo. If you do something, you steal my car, nigga, fuck you when you die. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, don't do nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a petty motherfucker. You steal my car, I want your ass dead. You know what I'm saying? So here's the thing, though. People are saying, why wait till people die? Why wait till Lil Durk in jail and then talk about him? But the truth is, Memo been talking about Lil Durk now. Let's hear what's going on right here with this DJU interview.
I ain't gonna lie to you, I fuck with it.
Man,
Vano,
shut your goof ass up. Hey,
1700.
hey, he just saying this shit so Q50 don't get on his ass about that watch.
Man, I don't give a fuck.
Hey, his ass washed up. He just turned 33 on folks now.
Yeah, May
33.
May 17th was my birthday. Shout out.
No, he over here trying to give Q50 his props. His
Man, I don't give a fuck about that.
Don't want Q50 to come get kitted up.
For the word.
Damn, that's crazy, right? DJ, you up in that motherfucker going bananas a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Wait a minute. You know, I didn't watch the full interview, y'all. I did not watch the full interview. But DJU is going bananas in that shit, bro. Like, how is that an interview? You know, I'm. This ain't the part that I actually thought it was. I thought this was the part when he was talking about Lil Durk, but this is just a part of DJU snapping on Memo, and that's what he did the whole entire video. He snapped on Memo. He snapped on him about dissing Lil Durk. He snapped on him about dissing Duke. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's going on, man. DJU is upset with Memo. And from what I just heard and what I just saw on this particular video right here, it almost feels like damn, Memo, DJU just punking you out. DJU is punking you out on YouTube, bro. Shut the fuck, yo, goofy ass. That's how he did him the whole interview, bro. And I like Memo. I like him, man. He actually is with the peace, bro. He's with peace. He ain't got nothing to do with O Block no more, and that's probably why people like, but Memo, he got kicked out of O Block. He got kicked off of OTF. Duke shot him. You know what I'm saying? He's a lame, and it kind of seemed like he getting lamed out on this video right here. DJU lamed the nigga out, bro. All right, yeah, he don't want no trouble with the Bloodhounds, you know. He don't want no trouble with Q50. None of them niggas, man. Memo just want to relax, man. He's just happy he got some air to breathe. He ain't got to worry about Durk and them no more. You know what I'm saying? So he good, bro. He good. All right, let's move on to the next story. All right, so check this out, right? American basketball player could face a firing squad, bro. Black American basketball player could face a firing squad in Indonesia after buying cannabis candy. He didn't even have a flower, bro. He ain't have a blunt rolled up. What the fuck? What the hell is going on right here, man? The name of y'all country is Indo. How the fuck are y'all this hard on marijuana, man? All right, so Dwayne Shaw, 34 years old from Dallas, Texas, has played in the Indonesian League since 2022. He was arrested on May 7th when police raided his apartment, man. All right, they seized 132 pieces of cannabis candies, authorities said. Indonesia has extremely strict laws. He faces a life sentence or death by a firing squad, man. Look, that's exactly what I was saying. And it goes back to the first story, right? It goes back to the first story. Those immigrants then killed that damn woman, man. They killed that woman. It goes back to that story. You can't come to somebody else's country and make your own rules and regulations up. You can't come to somebody else's country and do what the fuck you want to do. You feel me? So this man got to face whatever he got to face. I think Donald Trump, you know what? Donald Trump gonna step in because y'all say he racist. So he's so racist, he gonna show us what he gonna do for us. He gonna step in. Man, somebody bring this story to the forefront. Oh, I forgot. I already did it. That's what I'm here for, to give you stories that you wouldn't know on CNN and MSNBC, because they'll give a little segment to it. But shit, after that, it's still a black man. You know what I'm saying? That's why we don't like liberals, white liberals, rather. We don't like white liberals in our business. Like Malcolm X said. Those motherfuckers are smiling in your face, stab you in the back. They don't care about this young man right here. I haven't seen this story on CNN. I've seen it other places, but maybe they did play it. Maybe they do have a segment on it, but it's only going to be a segment. It's not going to be a full, let's get this guy free. 134 pieces of cannabis candy. You know how many cannabis candies I eat a month? I'll probably eat 134 pieces in 2 weeks, bro. I ain't gonna lie, man. This is crazy as fuck. And how did they even know it was cannabis candy? See, I would have put the shit in a real candy jar. You know what I'm saying? Me, I'm slick, bro. I would have put the shit in a real candy jar. You know what I'm saying? When none of that shit had, it wouldn't have been no marijuana leaf candy. And why the fuck did they raid this crib? That's what I want to know. These dumb niggas, man. You know, niggas go places and just do nigga shit. So now he's facing a lot of time. Let's find out what's going to happen, man. All right, man. Let me tell y'all something, man. Like I said, I bring y'all stories. I give y'all my opinion. And it's up to y'all to interpret. All I want is the comments. So hit the comment and tell me what y'all feel about any story that I just talked about. Right about now, I'm about to get the hell up out of here because guess what? I got some cannabis candies on the way. So I'll be back later. Peace.